lovely souls. My name is Samantha James. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today we have a pick a card for you that I just think is really fun. I don't know if it's that deep, but it's fun. And we're going to be talking about how do men view you versus women. Now, I just want to say up front, I don't care what your gender orientation is, and it's very confusing to keep flip-flopping it. So if you're a man that's into men, or you're whatever you're into, it doesn't matter in this reading, because we're just really going to be talking about how people are viewing you, perceiving you in their gender categories. So men versus women. And if you rock that way, fine. If you don't, fine. But that is kind of going to be how we do this reading. It's going to be very casual and cutesy and fun. And I'm just kind of excited to see what we get. So we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1 with needs, pile number 2 with time, and pile number 3 with love. All right. So we have like a pink lace agate. We have rose quartz, and we have citron. Okay, so whichever you like are drawn to, crystal or the card. And your timestamps will be down below. I will see you guys in your pile. Hello, group number 1. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we are going to be talking about how do men view you versus women. And I've kind of pulled a lot of oracle cards. I've pre-shuffled a lot of oracle cards, and I split it in half. So it's going to be, let's say this is for men, and then this is women. So we're going to start with men. Welcome everyone to your reading. I'm going to do some astrological dice as well, but let's get into it. We'll do some tarot. So let's start with how are men viewing you, group number 1. You were attracted to this oracle card needs and this kind of pink lace agate here. So this oracle card says, do you need more time to yourself? A break from thinking too much? A kind encounter with a friend? Your needs matter, and it's time to honor them. Okay. We have release self-doubt, let go of fear. So how are men viewing you? Happy, happy. We have number 33, I want to be a queen, starting your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. I like this. Okay, group number 1. Okay, I mean, hello, this is kind of where we are headed. I didn't even look at these. I just fucking blah, 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 and then like put them in the pile. I didn't even look. Usually I take a little peek-sees, and I didn't do that with this pile. So this is all surprise to me as well. We have femme fatale. I'm hearing already False Idols by the Weekend. She's a femme fatale. She a fairy tale, even down to the way she breaking hearts. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Group number 1. See, this is why I wanted to do this reading, because like, how fun is this? We have goddess and femme fatale. You and your loved ones are safe. Oof, oof. How are men viewing you? Okay. I did want to do some astrological dice. I don't know the planets by heart. Okay. Oh, Jesus. What is this? Is this Leo? Hold on, let me double check. Sorry, guys. I'm new to all this. Okay. Leo. Yes, it's Leo. It looks... Is it? It looks weird. No, it's Capricorn. Sorry, Capricorns. I didn't know your symbol was this. And we have the 5th house. Okay. Well, so how are men viewing you? Group number 1. One thing is for sure. They're viewing you as very fucking sexy. Like, you are aesthetically gorgeous and unbothered too. Like, queen energy, villain era, like all of it, you know? And you guys might quite literally be single, or you are so taken that you're taken care of, you don't even need to look or entertain anyone at all. Because you don't seem like you want to be bothered, and you seem like you're really in your own zone. And this is not even really being viewed as a negative thing. We could take it and be like, oh, she doesn't want to be bothered. And it's not even like that. I'm sure there is that energy out there, but not with you, because you kind of look like a single mom. I don't know. I'm just really feeling that, like, because we have you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer, we have Capricorn. Do you need more time to yourself, a break from thinking too much? Like, I feel like you guys look good, doing good, all of that, but there's like a sense of you doing, like, wearing all the hats, okay? So this could even be like men that are your neighbors that see you like taking out the trash, or they know that you're a single mom, or they know that you're an independent woman. There's this kind of energy that comes with you, group number one, where it's like you are very independent. And if you have a man or a woman, whatever you're into, they're not with you currently. They're somewhere, or, you know, there's a lot of curiosity that comes from just looking at you. That's kind of like what I'm getting, is a lot of thought follows. It's like these men like will view you, and then they have all these questions, and it's like, is she alone? Is she single? Is she married? Is she not? Is she blah, 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 blah. Like it's like fucking nonstop. And it's because you really bring that out in them. It's like, you're so attractive. You're one of those attractive people, group number one. And honestly, my tarot babes are so fucking hot. Like, this weird stigma that like witches and like people in the occult and like the spiritual industry are like weird, fat, like middle-aged people is like, I don't understand that. Because everyone that I've ever met from my channel, just my channel alone, is fucking hot and like cool and normal and my age and like just, you know, not necessarily what you would think. And I feel like they're even hotter because they're into this, because this is really like, this is Akashic record shit we're talking about here. We have like a divine phone line with spirit. Like, how badass is that? So there's something about you that is just very thought-provoking and energy-provoking. And I almost get the vibe that like you guys are very natural. Like, you don't wear bras. I feel like men might see that, they could see your nipple, or your shirt is sheer. They see you're not wearing a bra, or you might wear your hair natural, for those of you who have like very curly hair, or some of you don't even wear makeup out. Like you fully don't care if you have acne or bags under your eyes, or, but there's something so fucking sexy about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a naturalist energy to you, but there's something, you're killing it. You know, you're making it fucking work. And I do feel like when you do put on makeup, like you're a showstopper, but there's something very feminine and erotic about the naturalist look, because it really is, like, it could just be as simple as like, bitch, I don't have the time. Like, I did not check my hair before I left. I don't care. I don't have the time. But it's giving like Pamela Anderson, like, put her hair in a messy bun and like didn't wear a bra, and her huge tits are like falling out of her tank top vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's still so hot. And that's like how men are viewing you. And I'm really resonating with this. I love this energy. And I love that you guys don't feel the need to like put on a mask or a face for the world, because fuck them, honestly. And like, as you are is really attractive. They're also seeing you as like, again, they have a lot of questions about your relationship status. So they're not seeing you next to any particular person. And they may wonder if you do have someone, or if you just don't want someone, or like, but they're viewing you as being like satisfied and being happy. Like, you're definitely in a regal energy where you are like very sure of yourself. With release self-doubt, let go of fear, and happy. You walk into a room and you seem very sure of yourself. And with I want to be queen, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, I feel like this energy that you're in is like very hustle energy. Like you guys are in your hustle. You're in the middle of like getting shit done for yourself. You quite literally could be running errands when men see you, or going to the gym. But it could be that you look goal oriented, or you have this desire with Capricorn, even like you're hustling, you're in your kind of like goal oriented energy where you are trying to like get things done. But you do seem happy, okay? It's not the energy of like you're very beautiful and sexy and like a heartbreaker, but you look like a fucking bitch, or you look unapproachable. It's not that at all. You do actually look quite approachable, but it's like when people do summons up the confidence to approach you, you know, you're very sweet to them. But I feel like generally speaking, you're just not very interested in people approaching you to begin with. And you're very intimidating. So I don't think people just approach you anyway. Okay, so we also have, what is this? Pisces. Okay, so we have Pisces as well. There's something very spiritual about you. And I don't know why I said you look like you're involved in the occult, because there's nothing really direct about it, but it could just be little hints, like you have a tattoo on your back, or you like to dye your hair different colors. And I'm not saying one equals the other, but you know, when you go out into the basic world, like it's like anyone that's fucking different is like a witch. I don't know. That's how it is here in Texas for me, at least. Like I live in a very like religious hill country area, and it's very conservative. I love it because it's a perfect place to raise a kid, but I'm definitely walking around not looking like I just came out of church. But it's fine. And you know, I think people might kind of see that about you, that there's something very like spiritual about you. But I also, with the Pisces, I feel like there's something very, in the 11th house, there's something very sensitive and deep about you, like more to you than meets the eyes. Or it could even be that your eyes could seem a little bit sad, or like you just finished crying, or with needs here, you seem a bit overwhelmed or a bit exhausted. Sorry about that, you guys. But yeah, and it's not to say that you just walk around looking tired. There's a wholeness to you, okay? There's something that is, there's layers here, there's depth, and people with Pisces, I feel like, are able to pick up on that just based on your aesthetic, whether you express that depth in your uniqueness or it's just really within your eyes. Some of you guys have small mouths. And that's not an insult. It's not even a compliment. It's just like what you have. I feel like you have a small mouth. She has like really tiny lips, really small mouth, and like huge eyes, and she has like very plump lips. So it doesn't matter what like size your lips are, but I feel like you have like a smaller mouth, and this kind of like, you kind of have like an alien look to your aesthetic. Like I'm getting like Aquarius rising energy, but people see you as having like huge eyes and like a very heart-shaped face, like a very delicate, like feminine chin, and there's just something very like docile and feminine about your look, obviously with goddess and femme fatale. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some tarot. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands. People might compete for your attention, or you come off as someone that has a lot of options, and you could come off even as someone who is not trying to entertain these options, like you're sort of a heartbreaker. With the Page of Cups. Yeah, you definitely come off as someone that people, you probably have a lot of love offers or a lot of choices, and people are probably schmoozing after you, and people have probably watched you, like men have probably watched you get picked up on, or you walk into the room in this very sexy outfit that's like backless, and you know, I feel like you guys express yourself through your clothing, through your makeup, through your like aesthetic, really. And it's like, you know that you're good looking, especially when you try. And it could even be that when you don't try, you appear to men like you have the confidence in how you look, that you don't need to like wear makeup, you don't have to wear a bra, like you don't care, you know, you're good enough for yourself, and you have this really high self-esteem, and that's at least, you know, how it comes off. And with the Page of Cups, I'm really getting like that people might pick up on you a lot, or they might ask you out, or they might hit on you is the word I was looking for, and you might get free drinks or free stuff, or you always like bring out the charm in people. And men are kind of viewing you in this way, seeing you as someone who like gets what they want or gets things for free. And with the Ace of Cups, like, it's not a negative energy. And I'm sure there are some piles out there. I don't know if it will be in this video, but I've definitely watched some piles where there is like a negative energy of men being like, oh, look at her getting everything she wants. Like, it's not even that I'm getting here. It's more just like, as you should. You know, like queen energy, like as you should. Like, you should be getting free stuff, and you should be getting attention, and you should have a lot of love offers. Like, it's almost like, yeah, like I would expect that. That's like the energy that these men have towards you. Is like, yeah, I would expect that group number one to have like a lot of people in their DMs, and there might not be, you know, you might be like, oh, fucking no. But like, that's how you appear, is you appear as like a stunter, like a stunner. And with the Ace of Cups, like, you appear to be having a lot of like, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of people, look at, there's this Ace of Cups, and that cup is it's on the tray here. It's like, a lot of people want to love up on you and give you their love, and you're very kind of like to yourself. Some of you guys could be introverted, or you could just be very like protective of yourself and your energy. And I feel like even further comes from a place of self-satisfaction with happy. Like, you're content. You're not needy. You're not, this could even be with needs, that you're not needy, that you have your own needs taken care of, and you don't really need nobody. Like, that's the kind of energy I'm really getting. Like, you don't need anybody, and because of that, you're really this showstopper. You're kind of sensational in that way. Like, you're not, if you are a single parent, you're not looking to just like find someone, and you could care, and you're not complaining either, and you're not like putting the weight on the grandparents. You're just doing things, you know, on your own as you are, and you're looking great while doing it. And you know what? People are taking notice of it. Okay, men are taking notice of that. And I do really feel like you could be a heartbreaker because you have such firm boundaries, and you are so content that it really would take someone who is above and beyond for you to entertain them. Like, I don't think you guys, I think you have your needs taken care of, so this person would have to like take care of your needs plus tax, like a lot more. And I'm hearing the song Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat, where she's like, it would take a whole lot for me to settle. Like, you guys just don't need anyone or anything, and you're really content on your own. So you're a heartbreaker because people like they want to just give you their fucking heart. And you might like have a lot of guys that are just like get way too ahead of themselves. I've had guys do this to me where they're just way too fucking ahead of themselves. They're like thinking like all, you know, the whole thing. And I'm just like, whoa. Slow the fuck down. I don't even want to be in a relationship. I don't even want to hook up with you. Like, what do you mean I'm your future wife? Like, you need to calm down. And I feel like you get a lot of that, okay? And so you inevitably break hearts because you don't want their heart to begin with. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, you guys, we have a lot of energy here, water energy. So you might literally be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or have that in the top placements of your birth chart. But it's like, and if you guys have noticed, my son is home, so I'm talking a little lower because he's sleeping. But like, yeah, you guys are very like And I think, okay, if we get really deep with it, but this is not necessarily the prompt, but like just from me as a reader, I feel like you guys are very content with yourself because it took you a long time to get here. Like you guys had to heal probably a lot of wounds, and you don't want to be hurt again. So on the same spectrum of being on the same side of being content, I feel like it's also a need of self-protection because you don't want to get hurt. So you guys do have firm boundaries because you don't want to get hurt, because when you do love and give your heart and your love, it's all the way. It's almost unconditional. Okay, so you're not going to just give that to anyone, but that doesn't mean you don't walk around with exuding that aura, exuding that energy of love, that you just have that warmth to you. So people pick up on it, and it probably, a lot of this probably, and that's the thing about, that's why this reading is so cool to me, is most of this is energy. No one is saying anything to you. I mean, they might be hitting on you, but like no one is saying like all these things. But we're talking about how men view you versus women, and it's like this is all unspoken energy. And I am tapping into it, but I feel like you just do have a very loving presence. I do feel like when people hit on you, you're not mean about it. You're not like Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands type. Like you're not going to be like, man, fuck off. Like you have the femme fatale energy, but it's almost, I was going to say unnatural. That's so funny. It's almost not on purpose. It's because with the Goddess and this card, I'm just getting very like warm, soft energy, and the femme fatale energy is not that, but it's like you bring out this erotic nature in others. So it's like you can't help that you're like, you have all the goods, and you could be, I was listening to a reader, what was she was saying, because we have to be so fucking careful these days on YouTube. What was she saying? You're well equipped or something, because we say it about men, like they have a good package, or like, but you have like the curves, right? You got all the stuff, you have the goods, and it's like so people put that on you. They put the femme fatale on you, and then you're disinterested, like you're just not interested in them, or you're not thinking about how you look sexual or sexy without a bra. You had to leave the house because you fucking have a child or a toddler. Like you weren't even trying, you know. It's so they're putting that on you, the femme fatale energy. That's how men are viewing you, but you're not actually like that. You're more like Queen of Cups vibes. You're very like snuggly and cuddly and sweet, and that's not to say you're not fucking sexy, you don't get down in the bedroom, because the Queen of Cups is all about like pleasure and like oral and this and that, but that's not what the video is about. But it's to say that you subconsciously you exude a very loving energy, and it's very comforting to a lot of people, and especially I feel like you draw in a lot of men that have mommy issues or were very, very like obsessed with their moms. So it's like you kind of give off that potential wifey mother vibe, and that might be something that you don't like, but like, hey, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Yeah, and I feel like men view you as like very self-sustainable. So King of Pentacles, I'm gonna put this in the upright, 7 of Cups, like you have your needs taken care of. They a lot of men wonder where you get your money from, or how you have so much money, or maybe you're very abundant, or maybe you're very well off, or maybe you just like inherited a lot of money, or maybe you work your fucking ass off. It doesn't really matter, but I feel like you guys are very, very, I don't want to say private, but like private could be it, because of the Queen of Cups can be very private, but like you aren't very showy. You're kind of casual, like very casual, which goes back to the no makeup thing. And like, when you dress out, you stunt and stuff, but like you're still very casual. You're not very flaunty. You're not wearing like designer bags, but I do feel like you pop up like every once in a while with the Louis Vuittons and like the designer bag, and people are just like, what the fuck? But it's like you just had it in stock because you don't feel the need to like, and this goes back to the whole fucking essence of you, group number 1. It's like you just don't feel the need to put on a show for people. Like you don't care what men think of you at the end of the day, and you don't care what women think of you at the end of the day. It's like we're here on this reading because we're kind of like curious, but I don't think you actually like care. Like I don't think you're actually invested in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't leave the house like, oh my god, like what are they gonna think? Like you just don't fucking care. And I feel like it's because you have other fucking priorities that you're focused on. I also think the King of Pentacles is popping up here because you attract older men, or you attract men that are well established and want to give to you. And it's kind of, we can really get into it, but we'll be here all night. But I feel like in part, if you do seem needless and alone, it's like men have a soft spot for you being a single mom. They want to take care of you, or like you might get a lot of sugar daddy offers, and like whether you explore those or not doesn't matter. But it's like, I feel like men want to like give to you, and it usually has to do with money. And I don't think it's okay. Interesting message. Interesting. So some men want to give to you, and it has to do with money because they want to buy you. Like, not saying that they think you're a hooker, but some may think you're a hooker, or want you to be a hooker, or they know that they are not on your level on any kind of fucking, in any kind of way, and they know that the only way to get to you is with money. I mean, they don't know that, but they're hoping. And we're not knocking anyone here, because that would be knocking women that accept that, and that there's nothing wrong with that either. My point is, like, and this is kind of a cool energy to have, so don't even take what I'm saying as an insult. My point is, like, you attract abundance in so many different forms. Group number one, like in love offers, but also in like, if they can't get your attention or this or that, they're like, here, I'll give you money, like give me attention. So yeah, that's definitely, this is a whole thing. I could go on, like I said, for some of this is going to resonate for a lot of you, okay? Some of you do have sugar daddies, but it's like and that if you do have them or have one or want one, then you're in the right energy. You know, you're like in the perfect energy for it, because it's like these are men that want to take care of you. But also on the other side is like men want to take care of you in that like they don't like that you're alone, and like they appreciate that you're needless and you're doing things on your own and you got your own back, but they're like, I want to take care of group number one. Like they like deserve love, and I want to love them. And like you really bring out an energy in men, and that they really want to like sweep you off your feet. Like some of them might really see you as damsel in distress with the Queen of Cups. Wow, 7 of Cups, 2 of Cups, so much water, shit. You could appear very emotional in whatever way you can, and it really has something to do with the eyes, and then the lack of eye contact. I feel like you guys look down, or you look away, or you don't want people to see your eyes, and when they do see your eyes, there is some sadness in it. And it's not to say your eyes aren't attractive. I feel like you guys have bedroom eyes too, but they're very, very attractive, but it's like you can tell. And let me just, so you guys don't think I'm knocking you, let me put myself under the bus. I look that way, okay? Like, I definitely look, like if you really want to look in my eyes, you can tell that I've been in pain. But every other part of me, you can't tell that. And I know that about myself already. I'm a Cancer moon, so them waters run deep. So I look down. I don't want people to look at me. I don't want to be vulnerable. And when I give people that chance, like that's what they see and that's what they say to me. And I'm not saying that you're exactly like that, but some of you are. And I don't, again, it's not like this, like violins are following you, everything is sad. You look happy, okay? You do have a good high vibe to you. You look happy. And then it's even more impressive with the star, because it's like, if you are happy and you're doing good and you have a high vibe and you have this beautiful loving aura and energy about you, but deep down inside there's this pain, then it gives you that depth, because it's like, wow, group number one like must have overcome something. Like group number one really has old soul, has depth, has like, there's just so many layers to you. And I said that in the beginning, and that's what people pick up on. That's what men pick up on. And it's like you provoke thoughts and stories and narration. Like, these motherfuckers will go home, they'll probably go home with their wife and they'll be thinking about you for hours. Like, they saw you at the grocery store for like 2 seconds and then they're thinking about you, dreaming about you, fantasizing about you. Like, I feel like there's a lot of dreamy fantasy type energy surrounding you, group number 1. And then we have the star. So like I said, you walk around like you're original. You're unique. Like, they did not just see you on the other aisle. They did not just see you down the street. Like, you are once in a while type of beauty. You're so sexy and gorgeous and like, this only happens once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me think of something. I think I saw a chick the other day who had like a really cute outfit on, but she was so beautiful. And it was like, I probably hadn't seen a beautiful girl in the flesh in person in a cute outfit and was stunning in like a long time. So when I saw her, yes, I was checking her out. And not even in a creepy way, but just like, that's you, you're just like a showstopper. Okay, we're gonna be here all day if I don't move on. So this is how men view you. We're gonna talk about how women view you. So I'm gonna put all of these away because I pulled a bunch of different oracles. So this is funny because take it in, this is how men view you, and I'm curious just to see the contrast or the similarities of how women are viewing you. Okay, so, and then remember, I didn't look at any of these. So how are women viewing you? We have stop judging and start loving. We have choice. Worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. You got 2 of these. Ooh, we got beauty. Today, you are a curator of beauty. You're blessed with moments that let you know beyond a shadow of doubt that all is well in the world. We have why. Oof. Okay, I'm hearing Jolene. You guys know that song, Jolene. Please don't take my man even though you can. Impossible things. Working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, fresh perspective. Interesting. I'm getting interesting messages. We have rebel. Yeah, I'm getting like women see you as very like, I want to say Aquarius, like very unique, like tattoos and an eccentric style, and something about you is very like, maybe you have henna or something on your face, or you wear contrasting makeup, or you're very rebellious in your style. We have alchemist, and we have hedonist, and we have you are good enough. Stop judging and start loving. You are good enough. Okay, so women are also picking up on the no makeup or don't give a fuck kind of like, I wonder what your guys' rising is. Let me know in the comments down below, like vibe of yours. Like you, and some women are like, I could never walk around like that. Like that's crazy. And I feel like you inspire women, like that you don't care. And they're even impressed and they're like, wow, group number 1 must really like have this confidence. They must really love themselves, like true self-esteem, They're seeing you as really beautiful. I feel like with choice, they're seeing you as someone who has a lot of options or a lot of choices in life, like things that you are able to do. It could even have to do with opportunities and money, and maybe even like you're able to travel around and do things, and like maybe I'm getting some vibes that like they're viewing you in this way from social media. Okay. Yeah, we have, what is that? Is that Aries or Sagittarius? I think that's Sagittarius. We have Sagittarius here, and yeah, totally. I mean, I feel like you guys have such a cool sense of style, and you put outfits together that like, oh my God, only Sagittarians that I've known have put outfits together that I'm just like, whoa, that's so cute, but how the fuck did you come up with that? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's you guys. It's like you can thrift stuff and you can put things together, and like you can wear a designer bag with a thrifted outfit. Like it's giving, like I personally think Hailey Bieber has a really cool sense of style, but like it's giving those vibes. And like so there's something very eccentric about you. Yeah, okay, Aquarius. Like I said, I feel like there's just something very like unique and different about you, and like you don't look like every other woman. So women are taking note of that you're not basic, you're not trying to fit in, you're not trying to blend. You are an alchemist. Like you don't care what people think of you, you don't care what it looks like you're gonna turn whatever you want to do into whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And then with why, I feel like some of them are like, why are you alone? Or like, why are you not capitalizing off this? Or like, why don't you take what you can from the situation because of your beauty or your looks? Like some of them are like, if I was you, I would be like capitalizing off of that. Like some of them are kind of like, why, from like a jealous perspective. That's interesting. Again, smallish mouth, big eyes. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. So women could be viewing you as not just eccentric in your, Queen of Pentacles, in your dress, but a little standoffish or a little intimidating. Like it could even be that they're just intimidated because you're so unique and different that you must be bitchy, but you're not. You know, it's like a weird assumption that we, like a weird double standard we have, like you're really beautiful and you're really stylish, and like you guys could really have like a, for a lot of you in my head, I haven't been saying it, but I'll say it out loud because it just keeps popping up. Some of y'all could be models, you know, like a really unique like model look. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. You look very abundant and rich, and like you look very taken care of and well off. So some of you could rock designer, or it could just be that you have all your things done. I'm really getting the sense that you have like your nails done, your lashes, your hair, like you just look very like good. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Like you look very good. You look like you're kind of hard at work as well, or you're very focused. Yeah, like I feel like you're never in one place too long, or you're always on the go, or people could be seeing you in your car riding around and they're just like, wow, how did she afford that car? Like, how did she get that? Or there's just something about you that's really cool. Some of you could drive a motorcycle, but there's just like, I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Is like some of you guys could have a motorcycle or a pink car. There's just something that's so like completely different about you. Okay, some of you have sleeves of tattoos. Okay, we have the King of Wands. Yeah, you guys are giving, like, it's giving boss energy. Like, a lot of women think you're a boss, or think you have somewhere to be that's really important, or you're like your own boss, or you have your own business and you are a creator, or like an influencer for some of you. That you really do have your choice as well. They're viewing you as someone like, oh, that's all men's type. Like, that's like what men want, or she could take my man, or like she probably has a lot of men after her. Like, there's kind of this energy, a little bit of competition energy with the Four of Pentacles. Not that the Four of Pentacles is about competition, but I'm getting the vibe that they're like, if they're with their significant other, they want to keep their, Knight of Swords, look at, he's fighting. They want to keep their significant other away from you. You could even start conversations, or I'm hearing like fights between them and their significant other when you walk past them. Some of them view you in a negative light because they take the Queen of Swords energy and run with it. But like with Stop Judging and Start Loving, I feel like women judge you. Some of them, not all of them. And I feel like they should stop because you're actually quite lovely. You know, it's such a contrast though, because you're very stark and standoffish and a little bit, not a little bit, very intimidating. Someone who's very fucking sexy, has that allure, and it can have the choice of the litter if you wanted to women, and then men were kind of viewing you in this very like wholesome like light. So it's really kind of an interesting contrast. It's very different, but yeah, I feel like there's a divide, because I'm almost feeling like there's women that follow you on social media, that admire you, that you inspire to be more creative, and they see you create things. And then there's women and you might even be inspiring women on social media to like love themselves and to like be more natural or whatever it is. And then there's women that see you on the street and they like have a completely different impression from you. And I feel like because we're starting with the Queen of Swords, like it's also, High Priestess. You don't feel the need, just the same way you don't feel the need to like wear makeup and do this and do that. You don't feel the need to like put on a smile for people. Like you don't feel the need to like apologize, or you ever meet those people, and there's a lot of them, because we're taught that as women, we really are. It's crazy. I have girlfriends that are like that. They're just like, I'm sorry. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Stop saying sorry to everybody. Like, like, I don't give a fuck. I will not. And I'm very vocal about things that I want, or this or that. I'm not afraid of like looking a certain way, because that's not who I am. Like if someone perceives me as a bitch, that's totally fine. That's their opinion. That's their perception. It's not the full picture. It's not who I am. I'm not a bitch. I know that. God knows that. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with you guys, you're the same way. You don't feel the need to like put on a fucking show. You don't feel the need to be like apologetic and passive and docile. Like you guys who are who you are. You might even like be loud and take up space. I'm really getting loud. Like you could be loud in your expression. You could be Aquarius rising, Leo rising, like something like you're loud, and Sagittarius light. Like I love it. I love that for you. And some women that aren't that way, or have conformed, or are the opposite, get very intimidated by that. And you could be very hard to read. Again, there's something about you that's very spiritual, and something about you that's like on the fucking move with the Chariot and the Fool. I feel like you guys are on the fucking move. Like you guys are go-getters, or you just appear to be go-getters, or it could even be that you appear very fit and very athletic, but you do seem happy and content, and you do not seem stressed. Okay? You don't seem stressed. You don't seem like you're stressing. You seem like you're totally fine. And I love that for you. I really hope you are totally fine, because I love that for you. All right, so that's all I have for you guys tonight. Group number 1, I love you so much. I hope that resonated. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you guys. I am booking private readings again. If you guys were interested in getting a reading with me, Patreon members get 10% off my private readings, and all my 18 plus are on my Patreon now. That's linked down below. In the meantime, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you, and I will see you guys in my next reading. Hello, lovely souls. Welcome, group number 2. If you guys chose this rose quartz crystal or this oracle card time, this is your reading, you guys. We are going to be talking about how do men view you versus how do women view you. And I've pre-shuffled some oracle, and I've pretty much split it in half here. So this is how men view you, which is what we'll start with. Then we'll do how women view you. And of course, we'll do some tarot. I'm going to also do some astrological dice. But yeah, you guys were attracted to the oracle card time. Time spent worrying is time spent. All right. I think this is just like a really fun reading, you guys. So I'm excited to get into it. I do have a Patreon now. It is like has all my 18 pluses on it. So if you guys were like, where are they? They're there. And Patreon members get 10% off my private readings. Okay. So we have time spent worrying is time spent. Celebrate yourself. You deserve it. We have community. Follow the white rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. Saboteur. And the end of a tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn. Okay, this is interesting. This is an interesting energy. Very different from the last pile. So we have Cancer. Is that Cancer? And the 7th house. Okay. Where is that freaking thing I had? Sorry, guys. Hold a moment. Just want to double check something. Okay. Yes. So, interesting. So, group number 2. I feel like how men view you is someone who really embodies like a disciplined nature, disciplined, routine, consistent, and really fits into the more conventional molds and niches. And I feel like there's both the quality of you being a very hard worker or even a workaholic for some of you, and being someone that takes care of everybody. Either you're literally a mom, or you're a mom and you take care of all your friends. You have a big group of friends, or you have a community, and for some of you it's a religious community, or it literally is people you work with, but you guys have a very it's a very balanced work and social life. Why am I like a loss for words? Weird. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You have like the way you could, gosh, I'm so sorry. If you guys know me and you've like been watching my readings, you know I'm not like this. So I don't know if you make men tongue tie, like they just can't speak. The motherfuckers can't even say a word. And it could be, I mean, I haven't even gotten there yet because the energy and your actions are so prevalent and dominant. I'm very curious as to what your Mars placements are, but it's like that energy is dominant. That's what people like. They're not even looking truly at your aesthetic when they first met with your aura, your energy, your essence. It's like because you have a dominant energy of being in action, doing something, getting something done, taking care of someone. You have a very masculine energy. And please don't worry. Actually, I hope the more people to hear this, the more they will differentiate and learn that we're not talking about gender when we say that. Energy's fluid, and we have both. Okay, so let's say we're only talking about women. We have both. We have masculine and feminine energy. It doesn't mean there's like a manly side to us. And it doesn't even mean that when we're in our masculine energy, we're tough. It just is to say yin versus yang. And yin energy is receiving. It's feminine energy. It's letting things come to you. It's passive. And then masculine energy is yang energy. It's doing. It's in your hustle. It's getting things done. It's not something to be ashamed of. Like, especially because I feel like, side rant, women for centuries have been forced into just their feminine energy. And like to have a nice balance of both is just like unstoppable, which is probably why, and we're getting fucking deep with it, why men are so goddamn starstruck and they're such simps these days. I'm like, were they like this in the 30s? I don't even think they were, and it's because, I mean, I don't know if this is because of this, but like, this is my theory that like women were forced into like the role of housewife and mom and this and that, and they never got to see their they never got to showcase their swagger, you know, their hustle, their star quality, their savagery. And I'm really seeing that about you guys, although you do have both, okay? So you're like, okay, now the words are coming to me, but that's the thing. You're fucking intimidating as hell. I wouldn't doubt that some of y'all are really fucking tall on top of it, and you're fucking gorgeous. So it's like this kind of like supermodel walks into a room and you're just like, what? Because really they are the fucking aliens of the universe here, and like you don't run into a supermodel like every day at the grocery store. You just fucking don't. And a tall person, and the energy is fucking like, you know, so it's like people are just like, whoa. men are like, whoa, like I wouldn't doubt that you guys don't get a lot of offers, but we'll see, we'll pull cards, because they don't even know the fuck they'd say to you. And you don't look like a yes ma'am or man, you know, with that Capricorn energy. And Cancer, you know, we mistake Cancers as just being soft, sweet shells, but no, bitch, you gotta get beneath the shell first. Then they're soft. But on the exterior, every Cancer I have ever met was like, like when I first met them, and I was like, damn, bitch. But they're very protective of themselves and their energy and yada yada, and you learn all that later. And the point is, what was the fucking point? What was I saying? I feel like y'all are tall. No, I mean, you're intimidating as fuck, and you guys might wear a lot of hats. Like, you might be a mom, and you're a working mom, and you're fucking, you know, this and that. Like I also was saying, you're not a yes ma'am, you're not agreeable, you're not gonna like, you're not apologetic, which I felt like group number 1 was, but love them too in a different way. And it's like, you guys, I resonate with this pile a lot, because I have girlfriends that are just sweet little Bambies, and I feel like my role in their life is to toughen them up a bit sometimes, because the bitches be like letting people push them around, and I'm like, no, honey, this person's being a passive aggressive fucking bitch right now. You better tell them off. Like, you know, when your friend's like, someone's mean to someone, and then they're like, the person that was the victim's like, I'm sorry, and it's like not their fault, obviously. So I feel like you guys are tough cookies, spicy. You're my spicy pile. I can't wait to get into the tarot now, but I did want to pull a little more astrological. Yeah, we have fucking Capricorn and Sagittarius, so you guys aren't afraid to cuss someone out either. But I do feel like you have a lot of friends, and this is not even to say, this is all just like demeanor or first impression. This is not to say that you're a bitch. And I think you know that, because I feel like people that are, you guys are a little rough around the edges, but I like people like that. At this point in time, I feel like people like that are authentic and they have true character. Because when you aren't agreeable for the sake of agreeing, you really do challenge people, or you just tell your truth, you know, like that what they said was not cool, and you're gonna fucking say something, you know. When you're that way, I feel like, you know, intrinsically that who you are really is between you and God. So the person that you might have said something to might be like, oh, what a fucking bitch, or like there might be thinking some type of words about you, but you're fine with that, because you know you're not. You know that you're a good person, you're a nice person, you're a soft person. See, this bunny is like smiling here. It's like she's got this kind of like, I can't get over this card. She's got this kind of like, this fucking Tyrus smize from Top Model. And then the bunny's smiling, though. The bunny's comfortable being held by her, even though she looks tough. And I feel like same thing here is like, you could be this long, huge, well, not huge, but like, you know, long, tall giraffe, like intimidating presence. Like, have you guys ever seen a fucking giraffe in person? I have, like at the zoo. Damn, you know, and like that walks by you, like, but you have like a little baby, you know, you're a little caretaker, you're a little mom, all right? So I'm just really getting the energy of y'all being just, to men, how men view you is as someone that they're very intimidated by, and for some of them feel competition too. So this is an interesting pile, because it's very different than the last, in that men are kind of like seeing that you also have this masculine energy, and you guys are very guarded with the Four of Pentacles, and you aren't about to be pushed around, okay? But they know that you're soft, just based off the things that are around you, like your own child. Like, you must be soft. And it's like, interesting. I'm getting so many intuitive things from Spirit, by the way, so I know I haven't really gotten to the tarot, but I just want to roll with it. It's just interesting because they get kind of mad, like they get kind of pissy. Like, if you reject a man, they're like, like, this is a kind of scenario where someone would hit on you, and then you tell them like, nah, fuck off, and then they'd cuss you out after and be like, you weren't even that pretty anyway. And it's like, what, bitch, get out of here, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's you guys, and I do feel like this protective shell is just merely a shell. I do think you guys are very sweet and very soft and very fair with the justice. You know, I just think you guys are warriors. I think you guys are a little anxious. I think you guys, some of you might have anxiety, but it's fine. I mean, like, I just think you guys are very protective and guarded of your energy. And a lot of this could be the anxiety and the anxiousness. It could be that you're an empath and you pick up on energy really easily and you get very overwhelmed, okay? But like I said, I don't think you're just out in the streets trying to cause conflict. I've met people like that too. And those are not the people that fall into the category of me saying, oh, they're authentic. Like, no, those people are just assholes. Like, there's a difference. Like, my ex, like, I've met people that are just abrasive and rude. Like, there's no justice and checks and balance system with them, and there's no fairness. They're just projecting. They're just trying to take out their bullshit onto someone else, someone victimless and innocent. And, like, I'm not saying that that kind of person is authentic and, like, cool. That's not the same to me. But what you guys are is, like, you really are sweet people, but you're not about, I don't know why this is such a simple point and I gotta make it this grand thing, but you're not about to be pushed the fuck around, all right? And men are seeing that, and so they view you as a bit of a challenge. They view you as a challenge in that they don't know how to approach you. They view you as a challenge for some of them that you directly have to deal with and work with as competition. They deal with you as a challenge in that you mirror them, or you bring out a mirror to them and show and trigger them. So, and then, yeah. Okay. Sorry. We have the devil. I feel like in the moment when men view you or interact with you and your energy, like, they're not necessarily like, oh, I want to fuck them. Like, oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Like, we'll see, I guess. They're just like, they're not like trying to get with you, okay? Because they're very scared of you and like and nervous around you and feeling like they don't know how to approach you. So they have different reactions to that. But for those that are like attracted to you, they wait till later, till like you've left their presence and they don't feel as anxious to like think about you, and they think you're very attractive. A lot of you, I mean, we have a differing range here of what you look like, but in whatever you look like, you're beautiful, okay? You're attractive, you have a symmetrical face, you have gorgeous eyes, skin tone, eye color, hair color, all those are details, they don't matter. Whatever you are, group number 2, and I'm seeing group number 2, this pile just being like, you're beautiful. Like, you really are, like I said, a supermodel kind of look to you, honestly, like a once in a while, like you don't come across this kind of person ever so often. I cannot talk in your reading. What is going on? I'm dead, because you know, if you guys follow me, you know I'm not fucking like this. So that is so funny to me. Like, do you see me fully channeling? I'm fully invested in your reading, group number 2. It's like, I can't even, it's like those nerdy guys from like a 90s rom-com comes up to like the popular girl at school and he's like, hey Rebecca, like, do you know how to fucking talk? That's so funny. But back to what I was saying. Yes, when they go home or if they have you on social media, that's when they have, like, when they're not in your presence, and your presence makes men want to look down at the floor, at their shoes. They're just like, almost even out of respect, because you don't demand it, you command it. You command the attention of the room. So when they have a moment alone, they like to like reflect back on you, group number 2, and think about you and fantasize about you, but it's very sexual, because whatever you are, like I said, in whatever category that you look like aesthetically, they picture you, or there's something about you that's a little bit edgy and a little bit raw. You could have piercings, tattoos, colored hair, all of the above. Like, you wear eccentric clothing, you wear risque clothing. Like, there's something about you that is not like the fucking high-rise acid wash jeans and a crop top. You know, you're completely, you're known when you're seen. You're original and authentic in your style. I'm like loving all of my subscribers here. You guys make me so proud. Like I feel like a proud mom because like pile 1 was hot as fuck too, and you guys are super hot. And like I was telling pile 1 that my girlfriend is like coming in 2 weeks. I literally met her through this channel. Like she was someone who just like got a private reading from me at first, and like we just forged like a friendship. And she is just one of like, I'm not exaggerating, like 9 or 10 girls that I am so close to now. I met them all through my channel. So, and they're all hot, which is what my fucking point is. And the stigma that like people that are in the occult or the spiritual industry or tarot readers or tarot watchers are like these middle-aged weirdos that live in like the basement, have 10 cats. That's so done and old and stupid, because literally everyone I've ever met that watches tarot, does tarot, is fucking bomb. And honestly, plus 10 points because you are spiritual and you have this completely different knowledge that really is the only knowledge that kind of fucking matters at the end of the day, because all this other bullshit, but that's a side rant. Anyway, group number 2, I'm just like loving this for you. So yeah, they romanticize you, but they think y'all are freaks. I guess is the fucking point I was about to get to. They think y'all are freaks. So, and they like to think about how freaky. Like, this is not an 18 plus, but like, damn, I'm picturing things. Spirit wants me to say things. I just cannot. Like, we'll get off topic there. I mean, check out my Patreon. I'm going to post some more 18 pluses here on YouTube as well. I just have so much going on. Haven't gotten around to it. But they think you're freaks. And then with the 2 of Cups, you know, then they imagine themselves being with you. Like, oh my God, what if we did date? Like, that would be amazing. Like what would my friends say? It's like, yeah, you're just a whole ass energy. Like, you're a whole lot to take in with the High Priestess. You're mysterious. You get the questions going and running. People think they'd be really fucking happy with you. You satisfy them. You're like so new and original all the time, and you probably change your hair up and this and that they'd feel like they have 20 girlfriends in one, and like, I don't fucking know, but there's just a lot of fucking passion here and a lot of creative juices flowing in regards to their fantasies about you, because I don't think a lot of these people even bring this shit into reality because they don't think it is possible. But there is a lot of sexual energy. Group number 2 with the Ace of Wands. Like, with Saboteur, I'm kind of understanding it now. Like, you just aren't afraid to be yourself, and I feel like I'm almost getting in the negative light. Not on you, but on the men that are viewing you and admiring you. I feel like they would sabotage a whole ass relationship to be with you. Like, they're like, I'll risk it all for group number 2, like with the world, because it's like, it's really climactic to them. Like, there's something about encountering you that's very like, it's a lot. And like I fucking started with, it's a lot. And so it's a full circle moment for a lot of them. They're just like, oh, should I leave my wife? Like, this is some crazy shit. Okay, we'll be here all day. I'm gonna move on to how are women viewing you. I have all new cards and oracle that I'm gonna pull. Guys, take a moment to like this video. I'm guessing it helps the algorithm somehow, or that's what another tarot reader said, so I'm just going with it. Or if you just fucking like the video, I don't know. I am offering private readings, like I kind of announced in the beginning of your pile, and then Patreon members get 10% off, and then like I said, there's some 18 pluses on Patreon if you're interested. Okay, so how are women viewing you? Release your expectations and be open to surprise. Oh, what was this card? Oh, surprise. Surprise. Release your expectations. We have action. Yeah, what did I say in that last pile? Like, you look like you're in action. Baby steps are still steps, and they're better than standing still. Yeah, you guys could be, I'm seeing for some of you, fitness. You're super into the gym, fitness, working out. You could be fitness influencers. We have to be fair. Yeah, justice in that last pile. Like, you seem very fair and just. And like women might root for you because you spoke up. And you could speak up for other women. So it's like I was saying with my friends, like I speak up for my friends, you know, they could, your own friends that are women could be looking at you in this way, like, fuck yeah, like group number 2, you know? Okay, we have nature communication. Number 37, flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. Ooh. Okay, so women are viewing you much differently. You guys they know that you're spiritual. You might talk about astrology with them, or like I said, you might have a big group of friends or a big community of women around you, and you guys all talk about like astrology. So they know you as that, and they're viewing you as that, and they view you as someone who's like constantly doing something or improving yourself in some sort of way. You could be in the gym, or you could be working really hard, hustling, like I said, in that hustle energy. They are viewing you as edgy as well, into makeup, or like having cool like makeup or lipstick or black nails, or like, I mean, hello, like you're edgy, okay? Yeah, Avenger and Monk, like they view you as the one in the group that's not fucking afraid to speak up for the whole ass group, like for the whole table. Like you're not afraid of anything, and they're viewing you in that way. And we have surrender to the divine. And yeah, there's something very like spiritual about you as well, and you might like directly talk about this with your friends, and I love that for you, where you're like talking about your fairy guides and like your angels and this and that, and like there's just no way to define you, okay? And then like for women that you just pass you on the street that you don't know, like you're surprising, like you you're very different. You seem very complacent. Like you could even go out of your way to strangers that are women to be a little bit less rough around the edges. Maybe you have an attitude, you're a little spicy with men on purpose because you're just like, they deserve it, or like, I don't care. Like you're a little defensive when it comes to men. Or with women, you know that women will take it wrong, so you go out of your way to be a little more discerning, or not even anything, just kind of like fair and balanced and patient. You don't like go out of your way to like look them up and down and give them nasty vibes, and you also don't go out of your way to like, you know, be a big ass simp for them, you know? So I feel like you guys are just very like, you're being viewed as like just cool, like, you know, you were like a nice person and you're cool. Okay, we have Aries, and we have the 10th house. So I feel like, yeah, you could look very athletic with Aries. Like you could be very toned and muscular, and like on top of that, you're edgy, and I feel like you could also be very out of the box with that Aries energy. So you could have tattoos. You could wear like the colored lipstick that's like a purple or blue, like something crazy, and do your hair and this and that. And I feel like you guys have a very exotic look to you as well. We have Cancer again. Okay, so it's like you do have a sweet feminine energy to you. That's the thing. That's why you can't just hold on to like me saying, oh, there's you have masculine energy. You're not all masculine energy. No one is, not even men. Like it's you, and you can't be. Like you have to have a balance so that you can, you know, put in the work and then receive and blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, and I feel like you are a little tough, like you have a hard shell, or you could even come off as shy. But they know, like women see you as being very sweet, okay? They see you as being very like beautiful in like a very like luscious kind of way. So like I'm seeing like they see you having curves or like big breasts, or like, you know, you look very like well inept. That's so funny. Yeah, like she's like got full on hips. Like you guys could have like very wide hips and like a small waist. And I feel like women are seeing that. Yeah, strength, guys. And they're like, damn, like they have a really nice body. There's like a huge emphasis here on women looking at your body, okay? And it's funny because I always think women are way more pervy than men. Like I have breast implants, and honestly, I think women stare at my tits way more than men. Men like will look and then they'll look down, like they're like, oh shit. But women fully on like look, I'm like, bitch, my eyes are up here. That's so weird. That's so creepy. And I feel like women like check you out, like literally, and how they feel about it and this pile differentiates, you know, but for the most part, I feel like it's just like curiosity, I'm not gonna lie, and like admiration with the strength. And you might not mind showing your body off with the Leo energy, and like you might be a little flashy, or you might have a Leo rising, or you might like want to have people's attention anyway, or you like the attention, like you don't care, like, you know, whatever it may be. But we have that strength really clarifying the body here. So congratulations, group number 2. That's really cool. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Like, yeah, you have a lot of friends, or you have a lot of people next to you in the workplace, or you just get along. You're fair, you're balanced, you know, like people see you as like hustling, you're consistent, you're persistent, you get the job done. Like you're kind of like just a good, you know, schoolmate or coworker, or like friend or mom, or, you know, whatever community you guys reside in, like your community is taking note of you, and the women in it especially. And then we have the 8 of Swords here. So, but there is this element that keeps popping out in both piles, in that you have a bit of an anxiety or an anxiousness to you. And you could have social anxiety, and it could be because people are fucking staring at you all the time, group number 2, and you're like, what are they looking at? Like, I cannot handle this right now. And it could be deeper. We can go into it. Like, it could be because you're an empath and this and that. But the point that I'm trying to make is you guys are kind of being perceived as having a little bit of some anxiousness. But, and it could have a lot to do with fears that you should let go of, okay? And we have Justice. Yeah, fair, balanced. You guys could, for a lot of you, some of you are single moms. So I love you guys. I feel it. And you're being viewed as like tired, and, you know, just like you needing a break, really. But you have this very star potential to you, like the star quality. There's something very unique and different about you. Interesting, the Page of Swords came out in reverse, because these are all things I don't think any of them are going to ever verbalize to you, which is interesting. There's something about her expression, her look. She's like really studying, you know, whoever, the camera, the lens, just really studying it. And I feel like people study you, or like women around you study you, and you get the attention, period, because you have the star card and the star quality. Like, you quite literally are just like unique and special, and you can't help it. It's just who you are. And I feel like you try to teach other women to be healthier, happier, heal themselves in some sort of way, which is why I kind of felt like you were like a fitness influencer, or a in the spiritual community influencer. You don't have to be an influencer, but like you try and like tell people to do better by themselves, and you try to show them through your actions as well that you're doing the same for yourself. With journal it out and write how you feel. You could write like really nice messages to your friends, or like you could go out of your way to like give them good advice. But I'm just really kind of seeing that you try to get people to be healthier with the Devil in reverse, and you try to teach people, and you have this natural influence, and people just naturally put you on a pedestal. Whew. Group number 2, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys so much for being here in the reading. I love you. I appreciate you. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and comment down below. Let me know who you are. Drop your Instagram. Hey, let's be friends. And Patreon numbers, blah, 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 all that stuff. That's in the bio below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Hello, group number 3. Group number 3, welcome. If you guys chose the Citron crystal, this is for you. You might have also been attracted to this oracle card, Love. Okay, so we are going to be talking about how do men view you versus women. And if I don't like cap it at a certain point, we'll be here all day, because man, there is so much coming out of this reading. I love it. Like, I'm going to have to do this prompt a little more consistently, because I love to watch it. So I was like, I want to do it. Okay, so we have Love. You guys were attracted to this one. I did want to let you guys know that I have a Patreon now, and that's where you can find my 18+ that are uncensored. And then Patreon members get 10% off my private reading packages. So we have love people. Love them with all your heart. Just be sure to love yourself first. Oh, okay. So this I pulled Oracle for both piles. For men and women, this is going to be how men are viewing you. We have unleash your inner wild child. Get up and dance. Oh, group number 3. Okay, I already saw it. I already see visuals. We have the fates. We have you can't go back to yesterday. All right, you guys are like, men are seeing you fully as like just so cool. So cool. Damn. Wow, I'm not even trying to be crazy and hype you up, but like, I'm so thankful you came to my pile and my channel. Like, you guys are cool. Like, group number 3, like, all piles are so fucking cool. How lucky am I as a reader? My gosh. Okay. We have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Fuck yeah. We have mediator. We have fool, because y'all be acting a fool. And we have mystic. Oh my God, that is so cool. Love this for you. Group number 3, comment down below. Okay, so men are viewing you as like, you fully live in the fucking moment. You're fully unhinged, live in the moment, say what you want to say, think how you want to think, explore, create. You guys are like wild child, and like, you're not afraid to be a wild child. No one's gonna shame you, tame you, make you say less, make you shrink. You guys are just fully yourselves, authentically, unapologetically, don't give a fuck. You guys might be the ones acting like a whole ass fool, like when you go drinking with your friends, but like in a funny, crazy way, and you're like, bitch, who is that? Get your friend. But it's you, group number 3. And I feel like what's so funny about it is you're not actually unhinged and crazy. You're actually very stable and practical, and like you're just aware. You've almost like come to this awareness, or even this era where you just stopped fucking living for other people. Like, you're just not gonna do it anymore, and you're not gonna be ashamed and embarrassed to dance or to do this or to do that, because you're realizing that life just moves past us so fucking quickly, and it moves by. And what is the point if we're not actually having fun in the present moment, because we're so worried about what's on social media, or if we look good, or if what people are thinking of us? Like, fuck it, have the drink, take the shot, scream out loud, dance in place. Who gives a shit? And I feel like that's you guys. And with mediator and mystic, I feel like this is even cooler energy, because it came with like, you did all that other stuff, and then you learned from it, and you've come full circle with the fates. I do feel like you guys are very guided, very divinely guided. Like, you definitely resonate a lot with having spirit guides. You might have different names, your angels, your ancestors, you know. I feel like you guys are very spiritual people, and you implement that into your day-to-day life, but you also have that practicality, which I fucking love, because I'm the same way. Like, you have to have the practicality because we live in a 3-dimensional reality, but you're still connected, and you use that. And I think that's so cool. Like, let me give you an example, even though I know you already know what I'm talking about, but like, you might look up what the daily moon is in, because you're like, oh, that's what's going on here is fucking sun in Leo, like, you know, moon in Libra, like, of course shit's going off the handle. Like, you kind of have that awareness, but you also have like your shit together. I don't know why one would mean that you don't have the other, but like, that's kind of how some people view spiritual people, as being a little like, woohoo, like, you know. And you guys are not like that at all. I think you guys are so fucking fun too, and like, men are viewing you in this way. Okay, so they're viewing you in this way. They're viewing you as spiritual, and they're viewing you as fair. And you guys could be like, have a lot of bro friends. You might have a lot of guy friends, and like, you might give them sound advice about women they're dating, or this or that, and like, they really admire you for that. And I feel like you guys can be crazy, you can get down, you can be girly, you can dress up, you know, like, you guys have a duality to you. Man, I need to slow down. Why am I yelling and speaking at the speed of light? Okay, You guys have a big smile, big smile, big like lips for some of you, really plump, juicy lips. Some of you guys get your lashes done. You guys could have a nose ring. You could dye your hair. You have really pretty lashes if you get them done, or if you don't get them done, you just have like really pretty lashes. You guys have really nice lips too. Your stuff is on point. Ow, that hurt. Okay, we have temperance. You could have tattoos. Some of you could be a part of the LGBTQ community. We have King of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, you have your shit together. Like, you're funny, you're loud, you're crazy, you want to have fun, but you can like pay for your own drinks, you know, and you can like drive your own car and like have your own place. Like, you guys are totally normal and like very solid in your foundation, in your home setting, I'm seeing, and like very rooted, very grounded. I almost feel like this is even cooler. You guys are cool. I keep saying that, but like, I feel like this is even cooler because for some of you, like, okay, let me just use myself as an example. I'm a single mom, right? And I run a business and then I do tarot and like, it's a bunch of shit. And I have full custody of my kid. I have him 24/7 and he goes to like daycare, whatever. The point is, when I have a night and I hire a babysitter to go out in the town with my girlfriends, I am the loudest, craziest bitch you've ever seen. I'm unhinged. I will go and go and go all night long. I will dance. I'll take shots. I don't give a fuck because really I have that one night only as a break from my hard work. Really, all day, every day. It's just, I'm very routine and I have this life where I have to be a certain role and wear certain hats. And it's always, I feel like the trash can is always full. I don't even know where to start. The laundry's never done. Anyway, so when I get to go out, you best believe I'm living it up. I'm going to have the time of my life. So my friends see me that 1% of the time. I mean, they do know me my 99% of the time. They do know I'm like very routine and stuff. They see me in the gym every day, blah, blah, blah. So when they see me on that 1%, they think I'm crazy. And it's not that I'm crazy, it's that I'm happy, I'm excited. I'm like a golden retriever that's been cooped up in the house for too long, you know? Like, I just want to like live. And I've used to not be this way because I just cared so much about what other people thought and I was so anxious and this and that. I just don't care anymore. I've just been through too much to care, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you guys do know what I'm saying because I feel like you guys relate to that a lot and that's why I use that example. So yes, let me know if you hate my examples. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Sun. Yeah, you guys are going to be happy. You're going to have happy, like, times. You're going to act a fool, like, whatever the fuck it is. But you're balanced and you're fair with that mediator energy. Like, you know better with the mystic energy. Like, you guys are just so rad. Can't say enough good things about you. Oh, but we're talking about how men view you. But yeah, fuck yeah, I could just be channeling them. Like, men really, you could have men as your hype men, like literal hype men. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have like a choir of men that are like your biggest fan. I feel like group number 3, like casually and almost nonchalantly, you have like a bunch of fucking lovers. Like, you might not really, it's not that deep to you. Some of you guys could be like a fucking air Venus, join the club. But I feel like you guys literally, like, and it's not like even that you're look down on them or they're this or you put them in a category. Like, you're just friends with them and like, but they are just like idolize you. Like, there's a lot of them. I'm seeing like 4 or 5. Like, you have hype men, like men that have probably even been in your life for years, for months or years, that are your biggest fan. Like, they comment on all your stuff and they hype you up and they think you're so cool and like they know you don't want them like that, but if you did, they'd be like open to it. And like, I don't know, it's this energy of like, men are really just like, fuck yeah, when they see you. Like, yeah, like how they're viewing you is kind of like, fuck yeah, like, I'm glad she's fucking dancing on top of the bar. Like, they like, you know, because what men, like let's say you're at a bar and there's a bunch of people, men, women, whatever, normal bar, and all of a sudden you're on top of the fucking table and you're dancing. You know, some women will see what that pile's like. Some women will be like, what? But I don't think there'll be one man out there that would be like, get off the table, you know? They would all be like, whoa, haha, that's super cool, you know? And I feel like that's how men are viewing you, is like, yeah, she's fucking cool, like, she's super rad, like, or he's super cool, he's super rad. And like, they're just like loving that for you and you're loving that for yourself. And like, there's just a lot of like yeah, like you love people. You could be very extroverted, or you could just be, oh my God, I saw this quote. It's like, I'm not fucking introverted or I'm not extroverted. I just like to be around good people or whatever it is. But like, you guys are just so fucking cool. And that's not to say that you're not hot. Like the aesthetic doesn't follow. Like, I think you guys are very fucking hot, very attractive. I feel like you get a lot of like you guys going. And because they're like imagining like, okay, if you're like this wild and free, like what are you like in the bedroom? And so you get a lot of that energy going. Yeah, a lot of like, you get a lot, I don't even know how to speak anymore. You get a lot of men thinking all sorts of scenarios, like, well, what if we go down this path? Or what if we do this? Or could we go here? Or could we marry each other? Like, you get them just thinking, okay? Yeah, and then like all of them think that you would just be the coolest, best person to ever be with. It would just really, at this point, I feel like men view you as like it's a matter of you wanting them back. It's not like so much like, do they want you? It's like, do you want them back? Like, and if you don't, even then, I feel like they'll stay in your life because you're so cool. You know what I'm saying? Okay, number 2. So let's do how women are viewing you. Okay, I'm going to clear up the spread. How are women viewing you? Okay, how are women viewing you? I'm like, I need to bring it in, bring it on home. We have change. A resistance to change is a resistance to life itself. Open your heart and mind to new beginnings. We have breathe in bliss, exhale bullshit. We have peace. We have set your course. Know where you wish to go, have a plan, the right direction. We have child magical. And we have adjustments are required. Okay. So I feel like some of you guys literally are like a yoga instructor or a Pilates instructor. Comment down below if you are. Or something. It's like you could be, or an influencer, like you could be kind of teaching women. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so you know those real influencers, they do reels like on Instagram and it's all like aesthetic, like POV, like point of view of like the Pilates princess lifestyle, or like the, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like this very aesthetic, like she's doing yoga, she's drinking her cucumber water. And I'm not like making fun of it, but it's like, you're kind of in that category of like women are viewing you as like, okay, first of all, very into fitness, and for whatever reason, they're seeing you as spiritual or magical or having like a very youthful inner child nature to you. But as someone who is like on a mission of self-improvement and like bettering yourself and just adjusting the things that don't work for you and changing your course, and it could even be that women you've been friends with are viewing you as someone who has changed a lot, as opposed to when they first met you. But I feel like women are viewing you as someone who is really at peace or very peaceful, or who is like embarking into new change, or has changed a lot, or is very focused on a healthier lifestyle. They're seeing you as a little bit pouty in your aesthetic, or like, so I had this friend and she was crying in the club, but that's just who she is. And like, you remind me of her because like, she's so gorgeous and beautiful and this and that, but it's just, there's so many different types of girls. And she was the one that was like, I just feel like you guys have the full range of emotion. Like, you're not afraid to just show who you are, like who you are and at your, what am I trying to say? Who you who you are at your core. Yeah, you're just like a very passionate, energy. I feel like you guys have bedroom eyes. You could be very seductive in nature, and like women could get a little nervous around you being around their significant other. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of seeing that. But women are viewing you as very nice and like peaceful and just non-confrontative and like a girl's girl, really. I'm seeing, of all the piles, I would say that y'all are like the girl's girl. You have the Seven of Swords, Ten of Wands. Okay. Okay, so okay, so a lot of women are viewing you as someone who just works for what you have. Like, you were not handed anything. You have a hard hand that you were dealt, and you're taking it in stride. Like, you're an alchemist. You're taking pain and turning it into beauty. And your friends directly see these changes and these adjustments you've made in your life, and they're very fucking proud of you, okay? They're very proud of you. You're such a beautiful shining light to them. You need to know that. You need to hear that. And then women that don't know you might be seeing your social media. So you might be famous on social media, but they're seeing you as someone who could be a single parent or could have been through a lot. I am kind of seeing like a toxic ex. So I don't know if you're in like a famous relationship or like, I don't know, everyone's in your business somehow, but I'm just seeing you as taking things in stride and just really finding peace, and you're living your life to the fullest now. And that could be that other side to, yeah, the Fool. You're really, okay. All right. Like, full circle, change, new beginnings, open your heart and mind to new beginnings, the Fool. So I feel like you just look like you are in a new era, and maybe you're even making it known. Like, I'm in a new fucking era. This is me. I'm not the girl I was a year ago. Like, you guys are truly like showcasing that, and I feel like for some of you that's shown on social media, and that's, yeah, set your course, like new right direction. People are seeing you doing that, okay? And there's a lot of just like, wow, good for them. Like, really, like a lot of people are very like proud of you, okay? So yeah, I love you guys. Group number 3, give this video a like. It helps my channel. And comment down below. I'd love to get to know you. Drop your Instagram or something. And then I have a Patreon. That's where my 18+ readings are. If you guys wanted to see some 18+ readings for $5 a month, you can join. And then you get 10% off my private readings, which are open. And they're not going to be open for much longer, you guys. So you might want to get on my books, because I'm going to have surgery next month, and I doubt I'm going to be able to do both. So get on my books while you can. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I love you so much. I will see you in another video. Thank you so much. I love you.